when we get back from New Year's, we jump right into our first race so fast that we don't have time to be training together and really ramping up. There's just not enough days, there's not enough snow. So in the fall we do a lot of dry land training, meaning lifting, cardio, that piece where I'm running some of it, captains are running some of it, and that leads right into kind of this time of year, this early December, where we can't get on snow because there's not much snow available, we can't get training space, but when the athletes go home, they may be able to go in and train with some of their teams from prior years so they can get in the gate. So it's kind of unique in that we're not all getting together and doing training because it's an individual sport, because we can't get space, but they're going out and doing training on their own. So not only are there the athletes, but they're also kind of their own coaches, and that they have to start working through things and getting going, so that they can hit the ground running when we get to camp.
For a lot of us, it's our first time getting back in gates for the season, so it just really gets us ready. There's really no other preparation for that, so that's the only way to get ready to go. Yeah, obviously conditioning is huge. We actually had a new conditioning coach this fall, which was great. A grad student here who used to ski at the University of New Hampshire really stepped up and made a great workout program for us, so we've been working really hard on that. And then what a lot of kids do is over break they'll train with their old clubs at their home mountain or an academy or whatever background they came from.
Our off season is totally different from other sports, obviously, because we can't actually be skiing. So in order to get a good strong foundation, we are lifting every day and mixing with that with cardio and running and stuff. So it's really important that we build a strong foundation. We do a lot of squatting and lifting in order to be strong enough to run our courses, because sometimes they're not super long courses, but you need to have the strength to be able to finish them.
I looked at our my fall meeting notes from last year, and we set some goals of saying on the men's side that we wanted to qualify for regionals for the postseason before the last race. So we didn't want to have to come down to that last race where if a couple guys fall, you get some bad luck, you're out of it. So we met that goal. Our second goal is we wanted to win Eastern Regionals, which we also were able to win. It was a really tough weekend with snow conditions and weather. One of our races got cut down to only one run instead of two, and the guys understood that, took advantage of that, and we were able to win that. And our final goal was, this was kind of a little bit, up there, a little shooting for the moon, was we wanted to place top 3 at nationals, and luckily we were able to do that. Coming into this year, I'm not really sure what to expect out of this team. We have a really motivated team. The sophomores coming back started their captain's practices earlier this year than we ever had before. I think we're stronger than we've ever been before, so I look for great things from this team. We had a good recruiting class, a good freshman class come in that I think is going to really add some depth and keep pushing the upperclassmen. So I look for more of the same. I think they're looking for more. We face some stiff competition when we start to get on the national scene, where we're racing teams from out west that typically we really need a little bit of help. There's a tremendous amount of talent in the West right now, but that's why our game plan is to ski smart, put the finishes in, and put the pressure on other teams to be able to have the depth that we have.
We're returning all but 2 guys from last year, and then we have 4 new freshmen coming in that should really help the team out. And then as far as goals go, I think obviously we want to, getting back to nationals is sort of the bare minimum. We want to get, ideally we'd win the region again, get back to nationals and get another top 5, top 3 finish. I think a big goal for us this year would definitely be to win the McConnell division, because we barely lost to Clarkson last year, even though we did beat them in the regional event.
The women, we were excited about last year in that we thought we were going to have some numbers. We've always struggled having good numbers on the women's side. Typically we've had 2 or 3 skiers. That means they're all skiing and all counting in every race. Last year we went into the year thinking we were going to have 5. We ended up with a couple injuries. We ended up getting knocked back down to 3. And it was a tough year, but they skied well, they skied strong all year long, and kept with it. I'm very excited for this year. We have 3 new skiers coming in. I think really the recruiting on the women's side is starting to pick up. We're maybe getting a little bit of help from the men's side, and that they're getting the Babson skiing name out to the academies, and I'm really pushing anytime I get women skiers interested to try and get them in so they can understand what we're trying to build here. And I see progress. There's a great class coming in. They're very motivated, feeding off the men's side. I'm interested to see what will happen this year. We have some talent that we haven't had, depth of talent that we haven't had in years past. So I'm looking for good things. I'm hoping they can compete for maybe sneaking into regionals, getting that last spot.
I'm actually really excited about this season. I'm a senior and we have 2 new freshmen, and we actually have 5 girls on the team this year, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for the ski team it is a lot. Last year we had some injuries, so we wound up with only 3 girls racing, and a full team is 3 girls, so if one of the girls don't finish a race, then we can't make it anywhere. Like our scores don't come up. So having 5 girls, I'm really excited about that, and hopefully regionals is in our future for the girls team at least. I don't know if the girls team has ever made it to regionals, so I'm really excited to see if we could make that.